It is my pleasure to introduce Dr. S. Shankar sir. It is my pleasure to introduce Dr. S. Shankar sir, Associate Professor in Transportation Division, Department of Civil Engineering, NIT Warangal. With a PhD in Transportation Engineering from NIT Warangal, Dr. S. Shankar sir is a leading expert in low volume routes, payment management, and innovative payment materials. His research has significantly advanced the use of coir, geotextiles, and recycled materials in payment construction. With 20 journal publications, 50 plus conference papers, and multiple research projects worth over 1 crore, Dr. Shankar is a respected scholar and reviewer for prestigious international journals. He has successfully guided 5 PhD scholars and 65 MTech dissertations. Beyond academia, he plays a key role in national committees, including the AICT Expert Committee and PMGSY program under the Ministry of Rural Development. A life member of multiple engineering societies, Dr. Shankar's contribution to transportation engineering are widely recognized. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Shankar sir for his valuable presentation. Over to you, sir, Shankar sir. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you very much. Can I share my screen?
Yes, sir, you can, sir. A very good evening, sir.
Good evening, good evening. Thank you. Let me share my screen.
Yes.
Is my screen shared?
Yes, sir, your screen is visible, sir.
Is your PPT is visible?
Yes, sir, PPT is visible, sir. Clear and good, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Just a minute. Yeah. Just a minute.
I request remaining participants, please be on mute while presentation is going on. You'll have an query session after the presentation. Please be on mute, sir. Every faculty member.
Yeah, good evening to all of you. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, loud and clear.
Okay. Yeah, once again, I thank you for the Pace College of Engineering and another Department of Civil Engineering, NIT Garu, for inviting me for this 6-day faculty development program to deliver an expert talk on the topic of innovative technologies for the sustainable construction of the low volume rural roads. Naidari, can I know who are the background of the participants? Is only faculty members or students are there?
Sir, the participants were faculty members and PG scholars and PhD scholars also there, sir.
Okay. They are all in the area of civil engineering, right?
Yes, sir. Some of from the industries also, sir.
Okay, right. Thank you. Because I have done my presentation with a view of keeping mixed mode. So let me. Yeah. So I'll be not making you bored. I will not be making you bored. I'll try my level best to share my a little knowledge, a little expertise, what I have gained in the last 10-15 years, where I'm working exclusively on the low volume rural roads, especially the sustainable technologies for the low volume construction of low volume rural roads. So, sir, if anybody have any doubts or anybody have any queries in between, you can raise and you can ask directly, because let us not be, even though it is online, let us not be in a what do you call one way. It should be a two-way, but I prefer that one. It's a two-way is a better way. Yeah. So I welcome you to the links, and this is what my slides visible to all of you?
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Okay. Thank you. HOD Naidya, please, if any disturbance, please alert me so that I'll change. Okay.
For sure, sir. For sure.
Yeah. So the presentation is like this. organized in a low volume rural routes, what's the background introduction, followed by what are the conventional materials, what are the sustainable materials in pavement construction, what are the treatment options, and how do we evaluate system for sustainable materials. And some of the case studies or some of the research work which we have carried out at NIT Warangal, I'll try to share some glimpses for the benefit of the PhD scholars as well as the faculty members and the industry also. Now, this is the, I thank the other department for talking about the nice words about me. So this is the place where I come. So I belongs to the, myself, as I said, Professor Shankar, Department of Civil Engineering. And NIT Warangal, you know, we have around a campus, a beautiful green lush campus. We have around 7,000 plus students in the campus, which offers engineering and science and technology and the humanities. And we have a Department of Engineering where we are offering a BTech undergraduate, MTech research degrees as well as a PDF also. And the third line is the transportation division. As I said, 7 specializations. One of the specialization is the transportation division, where we have 7 faculty members. And happy to inform you that the NIT Warangal is the one institute who has been actually involved from the day one, from the inception of the Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, a rural road program, where we are the ST and PTA, State Technical Agency and Principal Technical Agency for the Ministry of Rural Development, the Government of India. I think by this time, I think this and even now also we are conducting a training program for the field engineers. So far around 2,000 to 2,500 field engineers we have been trained on the different aspects of the low volume rural roads, starting from the planning, design, construction, maintenance, evaluation, and these parts. So this is what little about my institute where I come, and this is what the things. Now, sir, this slides I have put it intentionally, normally for a PhD student or a PG students to ask them to make their thinking abilities or to test them where they stand in the IQ levels of those things. So any PG student or research scholars can answer me. So what is Amazon? Basically, it says about the A to Z. The arrow mark is given to the from the A to Z. It means that you name that a 3 mm needle to the highest whatever electronics or gadget the day-to-day need that the home need is there. You can get it from that is the reason for they made in A to Z. Now, can anybody tell me what is this? PhD scholars or PhD students, what exactly is FedEx?
It's a courier service, sir.
Courier says, how do you know, sir? Since you know the brand, you are telling courier service. Yeah, right, sir. I agree with you. Anything more? Anything more that you can add to this? Yeah. Let me give a brief idea. Sir, I always tell wherever I go into my student sharing the saying that we are the Royal Civil Engineers. We speak with the numbers, we speak to the lines, we speak to the drawing. In this event, in this process, we have to appreciate the engineer who has designed this FedEx logo very beautifully, very scientifically, and very innovatively. Why I'm telling is that, as rightly said, pointed by one of the participants saying that this is a courier, sir. Yes, I agree. But how many of you know, how many of us know that, look at this, in this FedEx, there is an A, FedEx is looking at a courier company, but look at this, the white one, how beautifully he has inserted a courier arrow mark. Hope you have noticed. Look at this arrow. Unless until you see very carefully, this arrow will not be pointed out. Now I tell all my research scholars, all my students that, see, sometimes our own eyes cheats us. And this is visible in front of you. If I'm trying to say, please make out something, some useful thing, we will not be able. This is what I say, this is what your innovation. This is what your way of out of the box thinking. How beautifully has inserted. You have to appreciate this engineer. This is the logo. So this is what all the research scholars, all the things should try when you are trying your research. Research is a big one. Anybody can do. Everything is an ocean. But what is your place? What is your place in the literature? Where you can contribute? This is what the people are looking for it. Okay. So this is what our FedEx means that we have to look at very, very carefully. Let me also give you one more slide. This slide. As least I'm a 45 years of old young man, I have enjoyed all these gadgets in my childhood. Landline, camera, computer, calculator, music system, video camera, all these things I've enjoyed it. But today, our student, our education system, our things, they were enjoying it. All this is in one single things, which is this mobile phone. All these things are there. So this is also the greatest innovation, greatest facility, greatest technology that you have in your hand. So one way it's good. Technology has got any pros and cons. How do you make use yourself for your professional development, for your any innovative way? That's up to you. So this is what our means how the technology driven, how the technology is changing day by day, what happened, what is survey. So I just wanted to throw a light on these things. Now let me move further. Let me move further. Yeah. Sir, I said the topic is innovative consumption for the innovative consumption and sustainable consumption technique for the low volume rural roads. So let me ask you one question. How many of you aware what exactly the rural roads or what exactly the low volume rural roads or what exactly the high volume roads? Can I get some answers from all of you? What do you mean? What exactly the low volume roads or what exactly the low volume rural roads or what exactly the high volume roads? If you given an opportunity for you, if you given an opportunity for you, how do you define, where do you draw a hard line between the low volume rural roads and the high volume roads? Why do we need to study about this? That was my question. Can I get some answers on your views on the low volume roads? Yeah, somebody is saying less than 450 commercial vehicles per day. Agreed? Agreed?
Not only volume, so the load on the roads also.
Sir, can you be little more clear?
Not only volume, but also the that is the weight, total weight of the vehicles also you have to consider the low volume.
Okay, it is not only the volume, it is a composition of the vehicle also. Okay, good, sir. Appreciate you. Any other? Any other, sir? So somebody has written a message saying that 450 commercial vehicle per day. So, sir, it is simply you got some number saying, or is there any particular reason for saying 450 commercial vehicle per day? I'll say 100 commercial vehicles per day. Somebody says 500 commercial vehicle per day. Somebody says 1,000 vehicle per day. So, what is the rationality? Why should I follow you? Why should I obey your number? What is the rationality behind this? Subramanian garu.
Sir, Tili, sir. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, sir. So let me give you a brief idea, sir. Very important these things. Sir, 75, 76 years of independence, 1947 to 2000 year. 2024 we are there. If you ask me, if at all, if anything to written in the Indian history within golden words, I prefer to write about the rural roads. That to be 1947 to the millennium 2000, before and after 2000. That's the first line. Why I say this, that India is the country, India is a country where the villages are backbone. So villages are backbone means the people who are staying in the villages, their daily life, their daily needs in terms of the educational, recreational, medical, etc., all these things are heavily depend upon the transportation. And not only that, the farmer must find some way to transport his agricultural goods to the nearest market through a all-weather road. This is the main motto. But if you look after before the 2000 year, 1947 to 2000, there were no technical sound guidelines or knowledge available on the rural roads in terms of planning, design, construction, maintenance aspect is nothing is available. They are simply earthen cart track roads, as I am showing in the photographs, or they are simply a Telugu called a donka roads, or they are simply called an olden days. Our elders, forefathers, when we go to the village, they have gone through by in a walk. They found a simple structures. Now what we are doing is those ways are those the so created pathways. We are trying to make it to the engineering structures. So, as rightly said by the Subramanian Garu, 450 commercial vehicles per day. If somebody asks you a question, my dear friend, where do you draw? What do you mean by low volume rural roads and high volume roads? The difference is, yes, in terms of the traffic only. In the traffic, then the question, where is the number? The number is, take it as granted from me, to the best of my knowledge, across the globe, the kind of the definition available in the international literature, including the Indian literature, there is no universally accepted definition for the low volume roads. But this definition varies from the state to state, region to region, country to country, researcher to researcher, within the state, department to department. But for the by and large, universally, 75% of the road agencies, 75% of the researcher working in the area of the low volume rural road adopted 400 vehicles per day as in a low volume rural road. The reason for saying 400 vehicles per day rural road is there is one study conducted and they said that these 400 means the peak hour low volume rural road traffic is about 15% of the daily urban traffic. So 15% of the 400 is how much? 15% of the 400 is 60 vehicles per day, or 60 vehicles per hour, 60 vehicles per hour. Now you further translate and see 60 vehicles per hour, if you further translate 1 vehicle per minute. Now you ask the engineers, or the engineers who are here, or the researchers who are working in the area of the rural roads, they can go back and say in the village, are we getting really on the rural roads 60 vehicles per hour? 1 vehicle per minute? No, absolutely no. But for the geometry design purposes, for the pavement design purposes, 400 vehicles per day is mostly 75% of the old population accepted this definition. That is what the rationality behind defining why 400. But in the literature, it says that as good as 500 vehicles per day, the lower limit to the 5,000 vehicles per day is the definition be given. And within the low volume road, there is also one more classification which is called a very, very low volume rural road, which carries a traffic around less than 50 vehicles per day. Now, whatever the photograph that you are seeing on the screen, all these photographs compared to the rural roads in different countries where I was involved with the different people and all those things. Now, why we are here, why we are talking all these things means, yes, sir, I swear I'm telling you, promisely I'm telling you, when I started my career as a research in the year of 2004 as a master's student, NIT Warangal has given me an opportunity to involve in the Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana scheme, where I was doing a detailed project report scrutinizing the DPRs. I remember that day, 2004-2006, the average cost of the rural road was around 15 lakhs to 18 lakhs, average cost of the kilometer. But today in the country, at least at Telangana, where I know, average cost of the rural road is not less than anywhere 100 lakhs. It was quite surprising. Then I made one study at my student, and what made go to the 100 lakhs? So then it is going, the majority part is going to the materials, hauling distance, native materials. Okay, that's good. Now, why we are talking here about the sustainable construction materials for the construction of the low volume roads? Sir, 2 years back, I read, 2 or 3 years back, if I remember correctly, I have read one article in the Hindu. There was one line, it has been given. You know what is that line? That line says, the rate at which we are exploiting the natural resources at this point of time currently, if this trend continues, take it as granted, in another next 250 years, this entire planet will be blown up. Sir, how long? How long we keep on extracting, exploiting the natural resources? I am sure the day will come. Your children, my children will curse us. Stupid, my father and mother ate everything on this planet. Nothing has been left to us. That statement is not far away, sir. Why I am telling is, there is a serious crunch, there is a serious scarcity of the natural resources in the country. This is the one side of the story. What is the other side of the story? There are a lot of locally available waste, sustainable green material is dumped in the environment, which is causing a serious pollution. Nobody is thinking about it. This material, if properly utilized, properly treated, definitely, if not the high volume road, my low volume rural road, where daily I will get about 50 scooters, 100 bicycles, one school bus, I can make use comfortable in the infrastructure development of the rural roads. By the way, I can minimize the damage, I can minimize the cost, I can innovatively use this construction of materials. That's why my picture says, if you are a geotechnical engineer, if at all you want to test the ground, the only option left is put your head in the mud. Put your head in the mud, so that you will be knowing. So what I wanted to say is that the spirit is two important spirit. One is in India, for developing this rural road, is one is the government wanted to say that get the farmer out of the mud is the one slogan what I feel. And the second one is one size shirt cannot fit for everyone. We have to make our shirt according to your size, shape and requirement. Why? Because my rural road is very less traffic. I did not require a 1 meter crust with sophisticated materials. So, in my opinion, it is very easier to design and construct a high volume road rather than a low volume road, where you and me are continuously striving for a low cost, cost effective technologies without compromising the quality and the performance of the rural road. Thanks to the late, the then Prime Minister of the country, Mr. President Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji, for his great visionary. I appreciate him saying that India should be connected with an accessibility with the all-weather road. Thanks to the Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana scheme, today in the country, you go to the any state, I'm sure your village is connected within a PMJSY scheme. That is the, and by this time, abundant sound technical knowledge in terms of the planning, design, construction is available in the country today. So all the participants who are here from the academia, from the industry, from the different parts, I suggest I take a question on you, sir. Do you find a single waste material on this planet which has been not utilized for their infrastructure construction today? Do you have an answer with you? Can you name one such waste material which is lying in the environment which has been not used? To the best of my knowledge, nothing is there. Everything that you name. Now, slowly technology is taken up. We are growing. We are trying to increase our capacity and technicality and experiments. Every material which is lying today, they are used in the comfortably as a innovative or a green materials. So that was the story. That is the background why you need to study about the rural routes and that to the sustainable rural routes. So the moment I use a term, the sustainability, all of you should remember, sustainability is nothing like I feel the 4 pillars of the sustainability. The 4 pillars of the sustainability are environment, economic, social, and the materials. These are the 4 pillars. Quadruple lines, I can say. Earlier it's called a triple bottom line. Now people are calling quadruple lines added in a environment, economic, social, and the material properties. That was the motto which I thought of sharing with you, the little experience which I have in construction and creating this knowledge of things. Am I clear, sir? Am I making some sense? Please let me know so that I'll move further.
Yes, sir. Very clear, sir.
Thank you so much. Now, I also travel a lot across the globe, across the country, and sometimes I have picked up some photographs from the fields. So look at this. Look at this road somewhere in the California, not here, and part of the rural road training program. Look at the bridge with a wooden temporary road. They have got the simple wooden panels. Do you find such kind of thing in India? No, we don't find. Why we don't find? I'll tell you. What's happening here? Why it is not moving? Look at this. Simpler. There is a two-wheeler, hardly one car may go. Wooden log, very nicely designed, very nicely placed. They can move it in different situation also. How many of you seen this kind of a signboards on when you are traveling on the highways? Anybody observed this kind of signboards? The snakes are there. Go carefully. These things. To the best of my knowledge, even in our CODA practices, it is not there. Okay. Now, look at this. For the fish barrier. This is there for the fish barriers. Put this one side. Yeah, this is for fish barriers. Fish passage. Look at this for a wildlife animals. By the planning stage itself. And look at this. Can you tell some of us what is the last photograph? Talks about what? Any idea? The last photograph. Look at here. Look at here. Look at here. There is a rope. There is a rope. There is a rope. This rope is used for a monkey pathways. Sorry. This is for a monkey ways. It's not clearly visible actually. Sorry. This is for a monkey ways. So what I wanted to say is that basically it is not the idea only. Basically, it is that all the rural roads must be planned and effectively, because there are a lot of things that we can do at the planning stage itself. There are a lot of things we can do. We can try this kind of a solution which gives a cost effective and socio-economic as well as the sustainable point of view. We can create a lot of things. So, sir, with this, let me move further. I was referring one of the transportation research board paper. It says that the title of the paper is about the promise of the rural road, which was written by the Professor Asif Jha, who has been working extensively on the rural road part. So in this paper, he has written that this entire planet, entire Earth girdles about the 34 million kilometer of the road, approximately 34 to 36 million kilometer of the road on the face of the world. So as I said, when we talk as a civil engineers to the lay people, if you say him 34 million, 34 trillion, 34 billion, he doesn't understand anything. Even you and me also sometimes trillion, million dollars, we also confuse it something like that. It's sometimes how many zeros we need to put across. So what I hear here is 34 million means that is equal to around constructing a highway around 800 times across the globe. This 34 million kilometer on the face of the earth is equal to the constructing a highway around the globe around 800 times. Okay, that is the road network that we have. And I must proudly announce here, proudly say that India is the second largest country in the world, which is having around 6.32, if I'm not mistaken, 6.33 or 6.32 million kilometer of road network is there, which is the first one is United States of America, which is having around 6.38. And I'm sure in the years to come, maybe another 1 decade, maybe not maybe 1 decade, 5-6 years, and we may cross the United States of America in terms of the road network. We'll be the number one. Thanks. And sir, let me also ask you one question. As the road infrastructure is concerned, who is the richest? Is America or India? As the road infrastructure is concerned, I said 6.38 is America, 6.32 is India, even though we are second. But you talk about the richness of the roads, who will be the richest, India or America? Yeah, party audience, you can open your, you can express your thoughts freely. Nothing is graded, nothing is marks. It's all, it should not be, I'm talking to the lifeless screen. It makes no sense. Yeah, Milindi Gupta says it's America, USA. Yeah. Okay. Yes, obviously everybody says USA, but I don't say USA. I say India. You know what is the reason? Sir, for Indians, I'm sorry to make this statement. For in India, for us, the road means it is a blacktop bitumen road. For Americans, even though they have got a 6.38 million kilometer of road network, 80% of their rural roads are gravel roads. But 80% of the Indian roads out of the 6.3 kilometer rural roads are blacktop road. The reason is our psychology will not accept. Our psychology will not accept saying that if this is not a blacktop road, you go to the site, common people ask them, they'll tell normal things. Sir, this assistant executive engineer and this contractor, they came together for understanding, ate everything. Our village is not having a road today. Despite of you construct an excellent gravel road. Now I want to ask you all of you a challenge. For Indian conditions, a road which is carrying around 100 motorcycles to auto rickshaws, we are unnecessarily dumping our money in the mud. To be frank, we are dumping the money in the mud. If that money is used judiciously, gravel road is enough. And let me also tell you, gravel road has got any issues. I agree with that. You know what are the issues? One is a dust issue, another is a slushy. But thanks to the technology today, there are the ways and means to treat these materials. But somehow for us, road means, because even you make in the urban area 500 meters of the lane road, I guarantee you, still there will be a traffic jam. Because I don't follow any lane discipline, is my wish. So unless until we change our psychology, unless until we change mentality, nothing can be changed, nothing can be done. So what I'm telling is, there is a target given by the government of India. There's a lot of initiative given by the government of India, saying that in 2014 and 2015, they targeted that, yes, we need to concentrate 12 kilometers per day. 15, 16, 23, 18, 19, 30. Now they targeted 50 kilometers per day. And you might have all seen in the newspaper, 100 hours, 100 kilometers has been constructed as on war foot basis. That's good. Sir, where the material is coming? What is the source of the material? Where do you get this? That is the main motto. Transportation is required. Road is required. Development is required. But in the name of the development, how we are becoming today, and how we are destroying, how we are exploiting the mother nature. Please think of. Okay. So there is a huge demand for the aggregates around the world. It is not only in India, because we require around 170 to 200 metric tons of aggregates per year. And diminishing of conventional aggregates, scarcity of aggregates we are finding today. Environmental impact concerns across the world, these are increasing, cost is increasing, and that the sustainable or the green materials or marginal materials for low volume constructions to be the best alternative options. Because there is civil engineering, construction of a building, construction of a road. The common man feels that, sir, to construct a building, to construct a road, you need not to study 4 years degree of civil engineering, sir. Because anybody can construct, anybody can dump it. What is the business? Excavate 1 meter or excavate 2 feet, bring some material, dump it, bury. Something is buried, who is going to worry? Yes, I am going to worry. You are going to worry. Because I am putting in a lot of efforts. Today in the country, four lane average cost of the kilometer is not less than anywhere around 18 to 25 crores. 4 lane average kilometer cost. Rural roads costing 100 lakhs. Where this money is going? Whose money is this? Your money and my money. Taxpayers' money. Dumped into the mud. But after 1 monsoon, 2 monsoon, washed away. Second thing is material issues. So all this considering, so I say that there is a pressing need that exists to construct the high quality of aggregates for the critical users and to reduce the cost of the rural roads in the country. That's what my main motto wanted to tell to you. So this is what evidence, sir. You can see here. State of Telangana, NIT Warangal is located in the heart of the Warangal in Telangana. From Warangal, we have 3 districts called Warangal. Warangal is one district, Khammam is another, and Karimnagar is one. Khammam is around 120 kilometers, Karimnagar is another 75 kilometers. I was trying to consolidate the data. You can see here, in 2005, in Warangal, 15 lakhs average cost of the kilometer, that is without CD work, and 2006, by the 2013 it came 55 lakhs. Now 2024 it is 100 lakhs. So this is the figures. So I was surprised to see what is happening. Nothing, but it is nothing. Thickness has increased, quality increased. It is only the hauling distance to bring the aggregates from the larger distances. That's what the reason for that. So since this lecture is based upon the technologies, so there are the different kind of technologies, sir. These are all the technologies, These are all the technologies. Somebody is asking to expand the panel, something, please look into the organizers, please look into that one. So these are some technologies where the lime stabilization, cement stabilization, bitumen stabilization, mechanical, all those things are there. So thanks to the various academic institutions in the country, premium universities in the country, and moreover, the researchers like you people and field engineers working hardly and bringing this kind of guidelines. But locally available marginal materials, sustainable materials, brick aggregates, blast furnace slag, steel slag, zinc slag, risers, bag ash, quarry materials, etc., like a slag. Still, this material we don't have any, the guidelines, the code of practices, etc. So what happens is ultimately what we have to do is we have to, being a researcher, we have to create a confidence and we have to inculcate the confidence in the field engineer saying that I am there with you. Please use these waste materials. I'm going to be with you for construction. This is the code of practice. This is SSR. This is a standard state of rate. This is going to be performed better than the conventional one. This kind of a confidence is lacking today in the country for the engineers to adopt this kind of a technologies. So it is a high time we must work. You must develop the code of practice and all this kind of these things. So let me move further, sir. So these things you can, I'll circulate to you. You can go through. So Indian Road Congress has given some kind of an ultimatum or some kind of guidelines in using this materials. So these are the other commercial type of stabilizers or commercial type of a material which is available as an alternative material to the aggregates, bitumen, stabilization process, different materials. These are all there available in your Indian Road Congress website. You can go through, or I'll share this my PPT with the organizers. You can also go through the slides. So you can see you have a gravels or a marginal materials like a morum, laterite, gravels, shales. These are the difference. So the moment I say the green material or a marginal material means these material locally available material, these materials are not readily can be used in the construction of the either building, either a pavement, either road or anything. We need a little modification in their engineering properties. If we can be able to fulfill that properties comfortably, we can use this material for the construction of the roads, these things. So there are different systems, sir. There are different tire systems for there. Tire 1, Tire 2, Tire 3, Tire 4 and Tire 5, all this Tire 1, Tire 3. If you can recall our basic undergraduate knowledge, what we have studied in the BTech second year, there is a subject called construction materials, engineering geology, saying that, there are igneous rock, sedimentary rock, metamorphic rock, how they formed it, what are those things. So this is the background of this material. Just wanted to show to you when we are using these materials. Now, for the benefit of the researchers or industry or the people who are there in here, so let me give you some of the initiatives which are taken by the government in the government, especially in the technology initiative under the Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana in the country. So there is no doubt ministry or government is ready to adopt the new technologies and also to mainstream the technologies already available through the R&D in the country in our own research. But the issue is, see the third point, fear of failure of new technology and accountability. I might have interacted around some 1,000 to 1,500 students, engineers across the country. So when I asked them, sir, I'll give you a technology, which is a very, sir, before that, let me ask you one question so that you'll get an idea. Sir, can anybody tell me what is this substitute for water on this planet? Question is, what is the substitute for water? Is there any answers? People are there. I hope they are there. Okay, I'm getting some replies. Yes, sir.
So
There
no
is
idea about the mixing water, but for curing purpose, we got curing compound, sir. To my best knowledge.
Yes, sir. I mean, what my question is related to what is the substitute for a drinking water?
For drinking water, no idea, sir.
Yeah, exactly. There is no idea, sir. Absolutely,
Yes,
there is no alternative available. We have to make use of these things. Now, the question why I'm asking is today, now here on this platform is there. When I'm going to my engineer who was there working in the day and night in the field, and I'm convincing him, sir, I have developed a technology alternative to the aggregates. Because of the scarcity, aggregate is not available, cost is going to shoot up. I have an alternative technology. When I'm trying to talk to him, he's asking me a question. You know, what is the thing, sir? My retirement is another next 6 months, sir. So far, 35 years of my service, I have used in a WBM waterborne macadam, very good granite stone or wet mix macadam, constructed a road, and all they are performing well. So far, my life is very comfortable. Sir, now you are coming and telling me use this technology. Sir, tomorrow if it fails, my pension will be stopped, sir. Why you want to put me at risk? This is the concern of the engineer. So there is a fear of failure of technology and accountability. Who will take the accountability? Okay, I know that 1 cubic meter of granite, 1 cubic meter of concrete cost around 1730, 2000, 5000 rupees. Now tell me, where is the new rate analysis for this? Where it is included in the SSR? Where it included in the DSSR? Which rate I have to take it? Sir, all these questions, now we are finding answers. There are the answers available for this. But still, a long way we need to go. Even if you answer these questions, the second question is the fourth line, quality control and quality assurance. Who is going to be assured for this? Suppose if you are a contractor, you are a technology provider, are you going to take the blame? Don't know. Contractor going to take the blame? Don't know. As a Shankar, Dr. Shankar is going to take the blame? I don't know. So this kind of apprehensions are there. We need to be clarified. So lacking knowledge about the design requirement, different technologies, hesitation by states using new technologies or other materials, non-availability of standards and specifications, and non-availability of indigenous equipments are also one of the major issue. So you can see, sir, the waste material or the innovative material or the marginal material, whatever you call is, you can see here, waste material and byproducts, mining and quarry waste, colliery spoil, quarry waste, mine refuse, slate waste, oil shale residue, China clay, potassium salt mine, mining and quarry waste, these things, metallurgical waste. So you can see here on this axis, can we use as a binder? Can we use as a stabilizing agent? Can we use as a filler material? Can we use a Portland cement, bituminous surface, bituminous concrete, base and subbase, and finally embankment and fill materials. So this is, you can see, E stands for established use, accepted practice in the road construction, whereas your P stands for potential use, research and development have indicated technicality, feasibility as there. But yet in a country like developing country like India, we need to go a long way in developing in a sustainable construction materials and sustainable practices, as whether it's investment of the high volume road or the low volume road or any category of road in view of the scarcity of the materials. So I'll be sharing this slide with you. You can go through the different aggregates or different material that is available at these parts. So this is what my concern is. So a country, if you are dealing with in a rural roads country like what we follow is a Ministry of Rural Development specification we follow. If you are dealing with in a national highways, we follow in a Ministry of Road Transport, which is called an Orange Book. More specification will be followed. So there are the guidelines, there are the ways and means, technicality where the code of practice is already given to us. So this is one of the reasons. why the poor performance of the locally available material, these things. There are many reasons causing poor performance of material, which can further result in the material falling to meet a premium specifications and could then be classified as a marginal material or a waste materials. So if a little effort of altering this properties of the engineering material, definitely we can meet the premium specification of this materials and things. So I was going through yesterday night, because of this I was committed. So for your understanding, I have gone to some papers of some of the countries, what exactly the potential use of the innovative construction materials on the rural roads or in further matter in general. So these are some of the guidelines available, sir. So we can say the index properties in terms of the plasticity, in terms of the strength parameters, into the bearing capacity. For example, I can say plasticity. New Zealand locally available fine grain aggregate within a particularly high swelling clay is the content. So what is the making the poor means high plasticity is poor, and likewise there are durability aspects, article cat 6 aspect, and all those things. You can go through this self-explanatory. For your information, I have provided to you. So material description, property causing a marginality, effective usage of these materials, followed by the reference paper and the reference study. You can try to estimate this. So the finally, just on the innovative or consumer materials, you can say we have a different plasticity of fine diffraction, strength requirements, durability requirements, particle size requirement. So you can see all this variety kind of a performance evaluation, performance test can be performed and try to assess or alter the properties of the material made with the codal provisions. So this is one of the study which are taken from the ARRB, Australian Road Research Board, where they make a different material properties of Western Queensland's materials, and you can see the sieve sizes gradation on this one side, alternative 1, alternative 2, and sub-base. So within the base course, there is an alternative 1 gradation, alternative 2 gradations. So alternative 2 and sub-base requirement refer to the original, their own local conditions, whereas alternative 1 is closer to the conventional materials. This is the conventional materials, and second one refers to the original, their local specifications. And we have gotten a source of this. I got it from the Department of Transport and the one research study of these papers. Now, once having selected that some kind of an innovative material that has been used, so there are some traditional stabilizers like lime, cement, fly ash, and all those things. Non-traditional stabilizers are, enzymes are there, stabilizers are, and product evaluations are there. So the product evaluation, what this is unfortunately, this is a very, very important criteria to share with all of you, sir. Why we are not able to progress well in the waste usage of waste material, usage of the new material, usage of the innovative material is, I have one reason of such. What the reason is, when you go and buy into a market, whether the rice is good or not, you take a rice and see, and oh, this is polished or not polished, well, things. You have an idea. We have an idea to quantify is good or bad. When you go to the vegetable, you also taste things. Now, let us say somebody is coming to you and telling that, my dear researcher, you have an aggregate, natural aggregate. I have an artificial aggregate. Okay. Whatever the function that the natural aggregate does, this also does the same thing like your natural sand, your robo sand, and your manufactured sand. Now, he is telling that your road is natural is 100 years if it is going to serve. This is also going to serve 100 years. How do you check it? How do you check it? That is what the developed countries, they following in a test are called an accelerated payment testing facility. The accelerated payment test facility is that we have a circular, they construct a circular cross section or a linear cross section and try to have a test, and the test results will determine what exactly the criteria. But unfortunately, we don't have such kind of mechanism in the entire country. there are only two institutions having this kind of a facility. One is at the, I hope at the IIT Kharagpur, another is at the Central Road Research Institute, New Delhi. But at NIT Warangal, being a faculty member and researcher, I have proposed a proposal to the country. This is high time that at least establish a center of excellences in the accelerated payment testing facility across the nation, considering north, south, east, west, taking into consideration of the premier IITs, NITs, and universities and state universities, fund them, at least make them, yes, northern part, whatever the waste material that is available, whatever the material that is available, you try to evaluate it and make it available to the country. Southern part, eastern part, western part, let the one should be consolidated. Yes, in the northern part, this is available. This is the performance. This kind of authenticated information is missing. So it's high time that we need to be definitely taking care of the things. Durga Prasad, how much time I have? Can I know that?
Sir,
Ganesh,
we have
Ganesh. How much time I have, Ganesh?
sir, we have 20 more minutes, sir.
20 more minutes. Okay, right.
Yes.
This slide is a continuation of these slides now. So let me show you with this background few of the studies which we have carried out at NIT Warangal, because it's not only talking, we have also do some work. Okay. So what we did is, I have asked my students to use some kind of a locally available materials. Okay. And this is some of the laboratory studies that we are doing it by using these materials. So this is the combination. What we are trying to do is, all of you might have know about the black cotton soil, which is called an expansive soil, SCRSP, poor clay soils. This behaves very erratically in summer. This behaves very erratically in winter. It has got a nature. In a summer, you can put your head in the crack. Whereas in winter, your leg can go inside to any depth. That is the property that has got swelling and shrinkage. Now we need to arrest this. So what we are trying to do is, there is a chemical stabilization technology that is available in the market. We wanted to test this material with respect to the conventional one, that is cement. So I can see the first one, Terrazil 0.6 kg per meter cube and Zycobot and cement. 100% moram, 1% cement, 100% moram, 2% cement, 60% moram, 40% virgin aggregate, 1% cement. Likewise, different kind of things. M stands for moram, B stands for virgin aggregate, C stands for cement, RBS stands for your road building international grade 81 materials. Okay, and this is the worked out the propositions. Okay, and this is what we are trying to see what exactly happening. Why, when we are adding something, how the strength is gained and all those things. We know that this is in a scanning electron microscopy where we have conducted. We could try to see that there are some gel formation, there are some ash formation, there are some fiber formations which is contributing in terms of the chemical bond. That's what we get from the SEM. And I asked my student, at the end of the day, whatever you do the research, it is not for the sake of keeping in the almara and keeping it that publishing a paper and getting H-index and getting a promotion. No, I don't do that. Let us give back this to the engineers. Let them use in the field. So I told him, you design a payment with this kind of 3 options. There is a code of practice, IRSP 72. So I said, you take these 3 options and try to consider the 1 million standard axles and try to consider CBR and those things. And this is what the end of the result payment is in cross sections. So I can look at here, sir, granular base and sub base. If at all you are not using any kind of a material, if you are using conventional materials, we were getting around 390 millimeter payment cross section layer thickness. If you are going for a terrazyme, zycobond plus cement treated base and sub base, 390 has reduced to the 295. And as a cement treated base and sub base also reduced to this. But when I'm trying to make terrazyme plus zycobond, cement treated and Zydex, their design methodology, it is reduced to the not significantly 286 mm. Now, where is 390, where is 286? There is a substantial reduction is there. And this is what the cost. If you are going for a granular base, this much is cost. If you are going for a second option, this is a cost. This is a cost per kilometer. And whereas the third one is, this is the cost. So at this, when you are using a technology, people have got an apprehension that, sir, if you are using a new technology, the cost reduction should be reduced. It need not be, sir. What you are getting in terms of the cost reduction, it's not the cost reduction. My payment performance, longevity of the performance is increased. Performance of the payment is enhanced. Okay, that part also we need to be taken care of. That is what the outcome that we are using things. There is one more thing we have is a copper slag. Copper slag, you know that it contains an iron, aluminium, sulfur. You can see the composition. And as per the IRC, this is the dark color. This is the copper slag that we got it. Here also I have one of my worked of the student has been worked out, and you can see the reduction in thickness is when you are using for a 10% copper slag, there is a reduction in the thickness is at here to 50 mm is there at this place, 100 mm reduction thickness is achieved at this. And another important thing is the innovative is called a terrazine. Very innovative product, sir. One of you can try it. I just tried it. This is a cement stabilized UCS sample. This is without any stabilization, a normal block cotton soil has been made. I just put a water in the bucket and I am trying to make stand this. This is collapsed. Then what I did, this is a cement added stabilized. Okay, this is a bound layer. Now for this, I added a little amount of a terrazine material. I put it in a water and look at here, it stands well. Then I told to my student, अरे बाबा ऐसे नहीं हो सकता है, एक काम करिए आप field में test करो. So then he is trying to make a field test. Basically, we are trying to make a subgrade. So he has a 2 meter by 2 meter, 1 meter by he has constructed like this. We have treated this material completely within a chemical, and we have poured the entire water across these things. You believe it or not, after a 3 days, we have embedded sensor, all those things. Sir, we got a nil permeability of this layer. Nil permeability. Now, and also there is a one road in the state of Andhra Pradesh, in the Kadapa district as well as the Nellore district, where this technology has been extensively used. And these are the road conditions. So we will be making a evaluation. So one more I can say that these roads are, this technology or these materials are performing well with any kind of a treatment they have updated. And finally, I will not go much. We have got an RCA, there's a recycled concrete aggregate, where the sources from the demolished concrete pavement or demolished building materials. There are RAP also is there from the reclaimed asphalt pavement, where you can extensively use for the rural roads construction practice. So this is another work carried out by one of my student uses of these materials. So this is the gradation that we have followed, this upper gradation, lower gradation. Even after serving a recycled concrete aggregate material in the building for 100 years or 50 years, they are performing well. They are matching our gradation. You can see here. So we are taken RCA recycled concrete aggregate from our campus itself. We are trying to explore 0%, 25%, 50%, 75%, 100%. So I can see that we up to 50% replacement, there is no issue of water absorption. Once we are increasing the uses of this, we are getting a problem of water absorption. At least from this is evidence that 50% definitely we can make use of the RCA into the construction of the rural roads or any other materials. So these are the RAP materials which were obtained from the different part, and this is the research study that we have conducted, and we try to see what is the performance aspect of it is. I'll not much detail go into this one with the lack of the time, but I wanted to show this. You can see that cumulative plastic aggregate of those things. And end of the day, this is what the mixed design we got it. 50% and 25%, and after 25%, minimum 9 kilonewton in the stability value. they are all falling within the permissible limits. That evidences that this material can comfortably use for the construction of the roads. So there are some protocols which is ITS test and all those things, and you can see. So here it clearly shows control mix 25% RAP, 50% RAP. This is the 50% RAP. This is 25% RAP. This is whatever a conventional control mix. So we are trying to plot a wheel tracking test if we are using the surface courses. You can see at a 25,000 repetitions, your run depth is around 16 mm. Same at the same passes, you are trying to stabilize this material, you can reduce to the almost 6 mm. So that shows that these materials are performing well and you comfortably can use in the things. So these are the cost comparisons, sir. If you are using a 50% per a cubic meter, material saving is this much, percentage is this much. And if you are using a RAP, reclaimed asphalt payment, so this is what the saving the engineers can be assured in terms of the money or in terms of the material point of view. So these are some of the observations which are from the self-explanatory, where you can go through and read up the things. So let me summarize. So we have discussed about the need of what is the importance and significance of the low volume rural road. Why do you require any innovative materials? What is the innovation that we there? So those aspects, and what is the premium specifications? What is the need for development of the new standard methodology technologies, economic cost, good judgment, and all those things, and design issues and discussions. It is not an appropriate time to discuss here, but we have some design aspect of the things. So with this, I'll end my presentations, and I'll be happy to take if you have some questions from your end. Hope I have not bored you. Hope I have made some kind of some kind of sensitization in respect of the topic which was given to me by the organizers. So thank you very much. Thank you. So if you have any questions, I'll be very happy to take, sir. One or two queries or what are the things are there. So you are most welcome.
I'm Dr. B. Ravinder.
Yes, sir, please.
I'm representing Nikman University of Construction Studies.
Sir.
Sir, just I got a curiosity to know that whenever we are going with the recycled aggregates.
Yeah.
So because of adhering the cement mortars to the coarse aggregates, how it is going to be, I'm not sure, because I'm trying to interact with the people. I could not find a proper answer. I thought you may help me out this one.
Sir, basically,
sir,
if you recall our undergraduate level, what has been discussed, what have been taught to by our teachers while designing especially I'm talking with respect to the payments only. You have to excuse me. I do not know the payment part I'm talking. When you are using a road infrastructure, what is happening for any time and every time, water is an enemy to the payment engineer, whereas water is a friendly to the farmer, which is absolutely required. When coming to the recycled concrete aggregate, or which is a construction demolished sewage, which is obtained from the buildings or a debris or a old concrete payments, this material is already served for a 25 to 50 years already in the service. When this is already in the service, it has been coated with a cement or mortar content. This cement or mortar content has gotten a property of attraction of the attraction of the water. So any aggregate under the water absorption, poor get things. When you try to under the wheel load or under the performance of it is not going to perform as like a virgin material. So as a result, that there is a prone to be crack and prone to be failure. Now we made a study. What is the percentage that we can be reduced? One side code says that you should not be used a recycled concrete aggregate which is having a water absorption more than 2%. It should be within the 2%. But when I tested in my laboratory, I'm getting as good as 5 to 8%. But thanks to the technology today, there are the ways and means to reduce this water absorption, and to treat this material very effectively. But only thing is, people are concerned with the economic parts. The process of treating this material is not that economic as of the availability of natural materials. So different. So what is the contribution? At the end of the day, it's not giving a good performance in terms of your rutting or a cracking or a performance of the payments. That's what the main concept of the people. Sir.
Thank you, sir. And
Thank
also
you.
one more point, sir, I would like to share with you.
Yes.
You have absolutely said we can use the recycled aggregates in the rural road pavements. But majorly the concern is about the costing, because you have spoken about the costing. So when we transport such a material from far away to the rural roads, it will not be very much economical as far as my knowledge is concerned. That's where people are trying to avoid that one.
Sir, that's why the government even bought the mandate that use the locally available within your vicinity of the 5 kilometer, not beyond that.
Oh, great, sir. That's wonderful, sir.
That is there.
So wonderful conditions. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your good question. Yeah. Any other questions?
Okay.
Yeah, please, sir.
Sir, for the low volume roads, either BT top roads or white top roads or best one, sir.
Could you repeat question again, sir?
Sir, for low volume roads, either white top roads or BT roads are better ones, sir.
Sir, it's not like a white top. It is nothing but your concrete roads.
Great roads, sir.
Right now, in the village portion, if you see any village, there are the concrete pavements. Whereas you see the outside the village, in the village connectivity, there is a BT roads. So as of now in the country, we prefer that blacktop road or compared blacktop road percent is more than the concrete pavement. But now the government is thinking, you might have heard to the Honorable Minister Gadkari ji. He was telling that there is a need in the country to eradicate to remove completely the usage of steel and cement because of the other material. In that sense, the context is different, sir. But for your question, it is in a blacktop only, not the concrete.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. Any other questions, please?
So just I would like to add one more point here.
Yes, sir.
I have seen many concrete right now. Highways have been laid with the cement concrete roads,
Okay.
but which is not user friendly because the tides are getting warmed up very faster. At many places, kilometers together, they are laying with the locally available what's a fly ash with the combination of the cement, sand, and coarse aggregate, which is not really tire friendly material. That's what we are observing.
Sir, I fully agree with your comment. But the only thing is, it is not the fault of the technology, sir. It is the fault of the workmanship. It is the fault of the construction quality. I'm sorry.
No. Thank you for that information. But what we are observing is that when a vehicle moves on for kilometers together, then the tires used to get warm up. And then how to take care? People are going with the nitrogen filled tire tubes.
That's what I'm telling, sir. We are also at NIT Warangal. If you might have visited Hyderabad to Warangal, if you travel, one side is a concrete pavement, another is a flexible pavement. We are getting a lot of complaints from the engineers or from the road users saying that, sir, a lot of wear and tear is there. The things. The problem is that if you look at the developed countries, you go to any foreign countries, I challenge you, sir. Concrete pavements are constructed in such a way, even you don't feel a small even jerk, or you don't give it a jerk like this. But unfortunately, what happened under this, the concrete pavement construction, there is a lot of way to go in improving and executing the top layer, especially as to avoid this kind of a more wear and tear and make the user comfortable with the riding quality. That has to be. That is all. What I feel is that is only the construction aspect and construction quality supervision, sir. Material wise, that is the fly ash or the cement concrete, this material is not the fault of the technology.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. Any other questions?
Sir,
let me take
there's
one more
some
question,
questions
sir.
in the chat box, sir.
Questions are in chat box. Let me just take. Sir, can water absorbing roads be always low? Can water absorbing roads be adopted as low volume roads? Sir, it is not. Yeah, Milindi Gupta, it is yes, sir. I'm writing. I'm currently working on that one. The porous pavement and porous asphalt pavement, porous concrete pavement. It is not water absorbing. I can say yeah, water absorbing porous pavement. But there is a way of the things. Yes, I say yes to that also. Question was raised by Subramaniam Yavi. What are steps to be taken to prevent vandalism by caged wheels tractors? Why is the bound base not proposed? That is a modified penetration mechanism or BM in design. Educating the people is not effective. Yes, sir, I definitely agree with you. But I must also tell you, 2000 here is the PMJS scheme started. These caged wheels are like anything till the 2007 2008. But the latest in the country, the report says the things there is a substantial, significant reduction in these vehicles. All these vehicles are converted into the a pneumatic tires. That is the one thing. So why is the bound base not proposed? Yes, sir. You know that a bound base is an option, very good option, but at the same time, your bound base is prone to be cracked. It is prone to be cracked that's the one thing. So you said modified penetration mechanism or bituminous mechanism. Yes, these are all depend upon the your design aspect, local specific conditions, and your subgrade soil. The design is warrant. Definitely, you can go for it. We are approving some designs in the state of Telangana as well as the Andhra Pradesh. These things. That's the answer from my side.
So thank you for the valuable time, sir. And you have remembered us the days of studying. Actually, you have made it as a spoon feed from the beginning. And what a impeccable way of giving things and injecting the things inside. We are very happy to have you, sir. And
Thank
it's
you,
great
Dr. Ganesh, for your nice words. Our job is that. Our job is that.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining us.
So yeah, once again, I thank I thank Dr. Ganesh and the management of the Pace Institute of Technology and all the my fellow engineers, colleagues, industria, academia, media for patiently listening to me, and hope I have given you some kind of information which I know from my side. Thank you. Hope to see you all of you whenever time permits to meet you all of you things. Thank you, friends. Thank you all of you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining us. Okay. Dear participants, you will be given the tomorrow's joining web information on the WhatsApp group. And thank you for your patience today. And we sincerely regret to that technical glitches what has happened earlier. And we assure from our side it won't be repeated again. And thank you for your patience. Thank you for joining us. I hope all of you have filled your feedback link. If not, kindly check the WhatsApp group for the feedback link and stay tuned in the WhatsApp group so that we could share all information over there. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. We'll meet in the next session. Thank you all. Good night and have a great time.
Sir, will it be possible to share the PPT, sir?
Yeah, sure, sir. I'll ask the resource person to get it, sir. After
Thank
that,
you.
at the end of the FDP, I'll share all those feedbacks. I mean, all those PPTs, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. We're closing the meeting now.